Well, hello, Road to Happy Destiny crew. How's everybody today? Welcome to Thursday, June 4th, 2020, and RTHD, Road to Happy Destiny, Season 4, Episode 5 of our program. And let's go ahead and get started right away. We're going to start today with the Serenity Prayer. However, we're going to do the short version of the Serenity Prayer. And I hope you all know it. If you don't, here we go. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. All right, man, here we go. What is today's tool? Today's tool, or T squared, if you will, is going to be routine. Oh, wow. Do I love routine? Love, love, love. I am, as many of you probably have noticed throughout these 65 episodes, a pretty routine person. So I feel very comfortable in routine, and it's when I'm out of routine that I allow myself to get out of sorts to some degree. So I'm comfortable in routine, and I know for some people that's boring. For some people that is comfortable, and for some people, they could take it or leave it. But for me personally, and as a suggestion for something to have in your toolbox at your disposal whenever you need it, I'm going to suggest having a routine. Whether that routine changes each day of the week, right? A Monday routine, a Tuesday routine, etc., or if your routine is the same for weekdays and then a little bit different on weekends, or if you're like me right now in our current situation, my routine, as long as the day ends in D-A-Y, my routine's pretty much the same with some slight tweaks here and there. So I'm very comfortable in routine, and we'll talk about that as we go into action for today. So grab your handy dandy into action notebook, a utensil used for writing purposes, and let's open up to a brand spanking new page. All right, get yourselves ready. And today's tool is routine, so that will be a part of into action for today. We've got two categories. Category number one, as you well know, is gratitude. What are you grateful for today? As I share with you what I'm grateful for today. And routine, okay? Whether you are in a routine, is that working for you? Or how can that routine improve for you? Or what can your routine be when you get into a pickle? Love that phrase, right? When you get into a situation where you need to find comfort in doing things in a familiar way, okay? Or what can you do to work on routine as an effective tool that you have at your disposal in your toolkit, your toolbox, if you will. All right, so why don't you get started with your into action? Okay, grateful and routine, whatever you want to jot down, whatever thoughts you have for yourself into from here onto paper, right? Into action. And I'm going to share with you my into action with gratitude and routine for today. All right, for gratitude for me, I am grateful for the fact that yesterday I had an opportunity to communicate with a few people that are an important part of my life. And I hadn't had the opportunity to visit with them or chat with them on the phone or even text them recently. So it was an opportunity yesterday where I did have the ability to and did get to communicate with a couple of people that, like I said, are very important to me and are very important to my road to happy destiny. And so I got a chance to communicate with them, and that was very refreshing and uplifting, and very excited about that, very grateful for that. And although that happened yesterday, I'm still carrying that gratitude into today as I this morning reflected upon my conversations with them. So appreciative there and grateful there. What are you grateful for today? All right, routine. All right, for me, routine, I know that for the many years that I was a teacher and coach at Christian Brothers, I developed a routine that I became extremely comfortable with. And when that routine got broken, I became out of sorts. And for the next year and a half or so, it really was up and down and out of sorts. Never really got comfortable in any sort of a new routine. Then I got back into what was a new routine and different routine for me, and I was very comfortable with that. And that really lasted for about 10 months, and it was going really well in terms of feeling comfortable, right? That was a tool I knew I could count on each and every day being at my disposal, having the opportunity to go into a new day with familiarity. Okay, sorry I stumbled on that. But with a routine that was familiar, with things that were going to be comfortable for me, okay? And so, I, like many, a few months ago, had to adjust this routine, really right before all of the coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic really started to get big. I had to start to change routine a little bit and get reintroduced to something that I could become comfortable in. And then once the virus situation occurred and the quarantine came into effect and all of that, my routine became really, I guess confined. I mean, boom, I knew it. I had it. And I have lived that for these past 65 days of doing RTHD and for a couple of weeks prior to that. And, right now, that's what I'm going to continue with as we're in phase 2 of our situation. Not much is changing for me. I know that over this next week or so, when I start to find out about a couple of opportunities job-wise, my routine's going to have to change. But I've got a good routine foundation right now that I know I'm going to continue. Times in this routine may change throughout the course of a day, but the foundation that I've built over these past few months of routine is the strength of my routine. And even though, like I said, like this show, for example, maybe the times change a little bit when I normally get to do the show, but it's still going to be part of my routine. So that is the tool for today. Today's tool is routine. I hope you got something from that. I hope you can incorporate that from your toolbox into your everyday life so that, or that you can use it whenever you need. Okay? Well, listen, have a great day. Love you all. Peace.